Hi, good evening. I'm Sandeep, and you're watching the Weekender at 5. Today is 1st of March, an important day for probably around 200,000 temporary migrants living on shore who would have put up their application for or who are eligible for one-off residency 2021 category. As we all know that today on 1st of March, the government was supposed to open up the second stage of filing of one-off 2021 resident visa, and there was huge expectations after the debacles at the time of opening of this application in the first phase on 1st of December. As we all recall that at that time, immigration website crashed and remained crashed for many days, and they received a lot of flack from all stakeholders, including migrants, immigration advisors, lawyers, experts, who believe that Immigration New Zealand should have done enough preparation, both in the IT sector and in the resource side as well, to have delivered what they have promised they will deliver. And at that time, we have heard consistently after 1st of December that they are upskilling, up-resourcing themselves, bringing in new IT systems in place to deliver a class consumer customer experience on the 1st of March. But after so many promises, unfortunately, once again, uh, IT services has resurfaced this morning in the Immigration New Zealand's website. Immigration New Zealand website and the filing of resident visa after opening at 10 a.m. today, around 1 p.m. There was a huge delay, and customers and consumers, they were experiencing long wait time, and there was a crash as well. So yes, and on consistent probing, Immigration New Zealand later on it said that their system had been down, but that it was because their website has received high demand. And the spokesperson also said that the enhanced immigration online system, which people applied through, has been working and people are able to apply. And they claim that INZ website was working through. But having spoken to a lot of people towards the end of the day, it was very clear that Immigration New Zealand's website was still not working at its best, and customers and consumers, they continue to experience delay in filing their experience. So to discuss more on this important issue for migrant community, today we have got esteemed immigration lawyer Raj Pardeep Singh from Legal Associates joining us. And let's bring him on our show and get to know what is his take on this important issue. So welcome to our digital show, Raj. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you, Sandeep, and thank you, Weekender, to bring this very important issue today for phase two applications, online. It's nice to be with Weekender today.
ग्रेट एंड फर्स्ट थिंग फर्स्ट आज जैसा कि हमने पहले भी बताया और आप लोग ज्यादा अच्छे से बता पाएंगे कि इतना इम्पोर्टेंट दिन है हमारे टेम्पररी माइग्रेंट्स के लिए, तो आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा पहले दिन और आपके जो क्लाइंट्स हैं उनका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा? Did they also experience the delay or the crash, or it was quite swift for them?
Well, if you are asking right now at 6:13 p.m., immigration website is still frozen. It's there if you go on website that due to unprecedented, the load on the website, it's not working. Even still, it just started now. So welcome.
Right. Okay. So I think
This happened throughout day. We started at 10 o'clock. Our first application was submitted. It took us 40 minutes, which work was 25 minutes. Later in the afternoon as well, around 1 o'clock. Again, it was frozen because it's not only one. Our 10 staff is working throughout on different applications. We got lots of load today. Especially for the community side, it was a pressure for phase two application, 1st of March. So as immigration were expecting, or we were expecting, it will be rush hour today, and definitely it will frozen. That's why they have started saying before 1st of March, and they have diluted this pressure or diffused this pressure by saying that they got whole month of March to apply.
sure.
And don't rush on 1st of March. Throughout March you apply, and we will start allocating only after 31st of March. So even immigration was knowing, even though it's their new system, new website, new software, still they can't handle,
Sure.
I would
No,
say
thanks for
prepare
talking
to,
about that.
yes.
Gee, now thank you very much for talking about that, because I was going to ask you more about that.
Mm,
That from, as you have rightly pointed out, that Immigration New Zealand was working more about Plan B. Telling the customers and telling the migrants, the immigration lawyers, that they should not be setting up their expectations high, that their application will be going
yeah,
swiftly on the 1st of March itself, and be prepared for the delay
yeah.
instead of working and putting the right resources to up the game on its IT platform.
Mhm.
So I don't think I would like to ask you: is it a right strategy for Immigration New Zealand to work upon, or were they already conceded in their mind that despite all promises, they won't be able to keep that promise of delivering it a website in a crash-free way?
Well, as expected, it happened. Yeah, it's happened. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. As I was saying, at 6:10, it was not working. It just come up now. It's working. Throughout day, it was happening. As again, I'm rephrasing this one. And our clients, they were not really happy because we have lined up, schedule on 1st of March, how many applications will apply. So it was not done. So that was the one thing. The website was not working, and we need to log in again and again.
Right.
Second problem we face today is payment failed as well.
Okay.
So after doing certain payments, and I know it's not a bank money problem, like
Mm.
in one day on your debit card, you can do maximum payment of $10,000. So of
Mhm.
course, that exhausted, but we got enough funds to apply, these things. But I think there is something wrong, and our query is lodged within immigration. So their technical team is looking into it. Why the payment failure is another aspect based on this website, which is like frozen or failure on that. So this is the second one, and let's see what will happen tomorrow.
Oh, right. Okay. No, that's a great insight. I don't think anyone else has yet reported. So that's a really great that
Yeah.
you are bringing out this important experience as well. Now, coming back to the clients, I just want to ask you, like, how does this delay affect your clients? What's the kind of feedback you are hearing from them? What is actually most frustrating part of not being able to put up their application on 1st of March?
Second thing, because 1st of March is mixed up with the two phases. It's still phase two, but you remember with expression of interest in skilled migration category started 1 week before
Yes.
21st November, and for
Yes.
them it was the last day today.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right.
for,
Right.
for 1st of March. So there is another 1,500 plus applications were there as well. So it's overlapping. They were supposed to happen in the previous one. That's what in the website it's showing. Are you, with skilled migration one? Then you go to old website.
Okay.
So
Okay.
today we were working on two software or two website. We done few old one, which skilled migration EOIs. We submitted that, and in
Okay.
that as well, it will take I think one application 40 minutes to submit,
Right. Okay.
which was
Which
only
is
10 minutes job for us, only making payment. It took that to whatever you say restarted or boosted. It took that 40 minutes to take the payments. So today,
right.
another point where I was working into, old system and the new system.
Right. Okay. No, that's really very frustrating. And
So
so
client
this
was asking
yes.
first thing in the morning, as they said, around 9:30. Have you submitted now? Because 10 o'clock new application will start, and of course we come to office like 8:30 in the morning. We submitted a few, still we're working. So for them it was there. They don't want to get caught into the rush hour,
All right.
where you got a jam, where you got a frozen, maybe the whole day you want to be able to submit. So have you done it? So this kind of delay frustration was there. Second frustration is there, as I'm saying, payment failure.
Hmm.
So client says, made the payment we are ready to do, but immigration website is not able to take the payments. So that's their frustration. Oh, I was scheduled today, I should have, you should have submitted today. And as they said, as many as people can submit the application on this website. So it was not expected, that this thing will happen.
Right.
So from
Right.
client side only, their submission, the satisfaction that phase two their application is submitted was not there.
Right.
So
Okay.
we'll try tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. No, that's really great insight, I would say. But coming back to the remaining part of the question, that
Yeah.
what kind of feedback you're getting from your clients? जो क्लाइंट्स हैं वो पिछले दिसंबर से वो देख ही रहे होंगे लगातार कि कैसे इमिग्रेशन वेबसाइट क्रैश होती रही है और उन्हें बहुत टाइम लगता रहा है सबमिट करने के लिए। क्या उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस राइट सेट कर पाया था इमिग्रेशन, या वो उतने ही एंग्शियस थे 1 मार्च को अपनी एप्लीकेशन डालने के लिए, एंड दे वर इक्वली फ्रस्ट्रेटेड आफ्टर द आउटकम ऑफ नॉट बीइंग एबल टू डू दैट?
Yes, that's right. It's a mixed feeling in both. Some people are okay with that. To be very frank, it's not about negative. It's about feeling the situation. Okay, yeah, we know 100,000 applications, or people are queuing to apply, and this what the immigration, when they said, "Oh, throughout March we are not doing anything." No, so they were kind of mentally prepared. But so many people who are here for 7, 8, 9 years, for them it was there that we are here. Even my client came to the office and saying, "Sir, I'm here from last 9 years, and I was waiting for this day, to apply at least now, because last 2 years during pandemic there is no EOI."
Sure, sure.
And they quote out of that because they were saying at the time, they were meeting with the requirement, but due to that reason now it is closed. And now we waited another. Thank God, immigration had announced a different policy. So at the same time, they're thankful to immigration minister about this residence visa. But at the same time that you have done it, but now you are kind of delaying it. Because as expected, even phase one applications, if till now 6,500 application has been decided, and around I think 14,000 people are there in that, in the application, 14,000 plus. So
Which
it's,
one? In the skilled migrant category one?
yeah, the previous phase one,
Okay.
which,
Right.
which is like skilled migration, previous one, so which is still
Yes.
going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
according to our latest update, in the phase one, probably there were 30,000 applications were put in, and around 15,000 has been approved yet, and 15,000 they are still in the queue. So I think that is the latest update that we have got, but probably you might have got a different data
Right.
there.
I'm on the immigration website where they do weekly update. So in
Okay.
that clearly written 6,500 application and 14,000 plus people, like they got that. So their
Okay.
speed is not up to what they were supposed to do. And this what, we are concerned that within 1 year, whether these application will be approved or not, because as you understand, they have done as per the visa expiry date,
Yes.
priority will be there.
Yes. So yeah, that was going to be my next question. That after the debacle of the IT issue in the first phase, we are seeing that Immigration New Zealand has been making some very subsidiary announcement to manage the demand or to manage the expectations. One was, about related to medical certificate. They said, okay, you can submit your medical later. The other is, as you have rightly said, that they will not be processing any visa during the month of March. Similarly, the third one that you have pointed out, that now they will be starting to allocate the application on the basis of the expiry of the visas. So what it means that the applicants who are putting their application, if they have got 6 more months of valid visa, they might not be getting the chance anytime soon for their application to be processed.
No,
so what have been you hearing from your clients?
Sorry, Sandeep, I missed the last bit.
What I was going to ask you was that आपके जो क्लाइंट्स हैं वो इन कंडीशंस को समझ रहे हैं, तो उनकी जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है वो कैसी है? मतलब आर दे गेटिंग मोर एंग्शियस दैट विद दिस न्यू
Frustrated, actually disappointed.
Okay. And why is that?
The planning was there, that they will apply in the second phase in the maybe first 2-3 days or first week, and as the time they will apply, allocation will be according to that.
Right.
Because so many of our client phase 2, they open their file with us in the month of December and January.
Right.
They supplied their documents at the time that when they will open, just apply in the first, second, third day, fifth day, So our schedule was going from December, January, and we are throughout March, we are fully booked.
Right. Okay.
For this kind of application. So probably they got disappointed as per this, as you mentioned as well. Immigration always based on the situation, they change their strategy.
Yes.
Like when the queue was there outside Queen Street, straight away they waived the medicals. And now queue is for phase 2. Of course, straight away they said within March. And then they know, okay, within April, May, June, July, maybe they want to be able to process that much applications. That's why they said, or if their visa is 2023 or 2024, they may delay or they may pass that 1 year processing time.
Right. And what actually it means, what actually it implies to all those clients is that they will remain locked in the country for another 12 odd months, because we still are nowhere near of border opening for those temporary residents. We don't know that they want to take that risk of leaving the country and traveling overseas, go and meet their families. And so, yes, I think this decision is going to impact a lot of lives, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Because see, last 2 years or more than 2 years, I would say, people have not traveled overseas due to border restrictions. Now, for our temporary visa holders, border is opening from 12th of April, so they
Yes.
can go, in and out of the country. But again, border situation, based on our experience for last 2 years, we cannot be certain that 100% border will remain open. You can meet your family, you
Sure.
can do your urgent work, you can go and meet your partner, your dependent children, your sick parents, you know or when you can
Yes.
do it. And immigration has correctly, not correctly, immigration has indicated very clearly, if you are out of the country, your application will be on hold until you will come back.
Right.
So that's a
Okay.
big question mark on that. So because of this, I think lots of people will not, still they want to travel overseas, but they will put their plans on hold till their residence is fully processed.
Right. And a lot was expected from this 1st of March filing process. And it was expected that Immigration New Zealand would up its game both at the IT front and also in other fronts. But from what is coming out, that unfortunately, they remain as beleaguered and as, I would say, under resourced and under committed to deliver the up to the mark service, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And on the other side, I would say still it's good news for the community. For the residence visa 2021, at least they got that chance and that option, that at least they will get a residence visa sooner or later, maybe within 1 year, maybe more than a year. But of course, during that time, migrant community, as it always happens, when your application is within immigration, you always have that kind of anxiety within itself. What documents they will more ask, what verification they will do. Maybe immigration will have some kind of concerns or questions regarding my application. So still, a lot of things to go through in next 1 year when Immigration New Zealand will be processing this kind of applications.
Okay. Okay. No, that's really great. And before I let you go, Raj, one final question, just as a piece of advice for our other audiences who are still waiting,
Yeah.
on the fence, because there has been a lot of community chatter that people, they were assuming that this one-off residence visa application process could be very simple and straightforward, and they might not want to get a help of a professional advisor or a lawyer like yourself or
You're,
others, and save some money over there. So, do you have any piece of advice for those who are sitting at the fence, how to prepare their application, or what to do in terms of seeking any professional advice?
well, my advice to that, no immigration visa application is simple. There's a lots of questions in that, lots of concern, lots of situations are there. I'm not saying everyone should consult or apply through a lawyer, but it's a good option when people provide you free legal advice regarding the options. Why not avail that? That's one thing. And second thing, there are so many concerns from immigrations. If I'll give you example regarding this simple settled criteria: birth certificates, your relationship documents, your other country, third countries visa applications, whether you traveled or you lived in those countries or ever you applied and you have not discussed or disclosed with New Zealand immigration. So it can be challenging. And currently with these applications, we are doing character waivers in that, when people apply by themselves because they think, oh, they did not understand the question.
Right.
That's why where it is really required that you consult a lawyer and then whether you want to do it by yourself or through that lawyer or immigration advisor, you please take a legal advice. That's very important. Understand the case. And this kind of, especially when they are saying one of residence visa.
Right.
So one
Yes.
mistake can um, can leave this opportunity lost. Whether
Sure.
one simple thing, oh, my Australia visa declined, but I never bothered. It was in 2015. Oh, but now what I can do? Or the Canadian visa, or the American
Sure.
visa, or the French, or even Dubai visa or Hong Kong visa. But it comes in that it was declined. Why you didn't disclose? Or any
Hmm.
forged document,
Hmm.
or even old and new birth certificate.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I
So
think, yeah,
many.
you explained it quite nicely, and that would be a good concluding statement. So,
Yeah,
thank you very much, Raj, for sharing your wonderful insights today on this important occasion, which is very important for our migrant communities. We will continue to bring you live coverage more as the days unfold. As Raj has rightly said, that this was just for today. We will see what happens tomorrow. Will we see Immigration New Zealand upping its game and uh, improving the quality of the IT surface. But for now, I think the IT issues have resurfaced and continues to dominate the news. So thank
correct.
you very much. Thanks for joining us, Raj. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sandeep, and I must congratulate New Zealand immigration for bringing the difference between phase one and phase two, because phase one, I remember, for a week it was not, it was crashed, and this one first day they survived. At the end of the day, things are working, so it's looking really better. They have done good work, so congratulations to New Zealand immigration as well for doing a great work for the communities, because immigration means overseas communities, and
Sure,
that's our department where we deal with them. So thank
sure.
you. Good night.
So thank you very much. That was Raj Pardeep Singh from Legal Associates discussing on this important issue of IT services resurfacing on Immigration New Zealand's website at the second stage of one of residency 2021 visa. So this is Sandeep along with our production team at Weekender at 5. Thank you very much.